am one of the many Poke Monday hack collectors found on the internet. I know almost all of them, including the famous Poke Monday cursed black hack that was told about all over X, the story of PCV, which is what I'll call Poke Monday cursed black from now on, was and will always have a huge impact on me, as it caused me to have no sleep for days with the idea of a Poke Monday that can kill others. While many people try to make recreations of it, they will never capture the fright of the original. This is where my story comes in. I was planning on getting Poke Monday White when it came out in a month. So I decided I needed to play one of the old Poke Monday games before getting White. Seeing as I had none of them, I decided to go to the local flea market to buy a used copy with my friend who shall remain anonymous. While there, no one had any used Poke Monday games, nor any hacked ones. Depressed, I told my friend that we were leaving until he pointed out a stand that I didn't notice before. We went over there and asked the man if he had any Poke Monday games. He said he has some and went into the back of the stand. Moments later he gave me a used copy of gold version, which excited me. I asked him how much did he want for it, but the guy said I could have it for free. Filled with joy, I said goodbye to him and he said goodbye back. As I was walking back to the car, I started to notice the look of the cartridge. It was all eaten up, and it appeared the cartridge's color was fading. The sticker that had gold S artwork appeared to have almost been torn off, with two of the sides still there. Ignoring this, I got out of my car, went inside and sat on the couch, and popped the game into my Game Boy Color and got ready to be blasted away with nostalgia. Here is where things get weird. The tile screen was different as the sky was all dark and there was no ho-ho flying on the screen. There was no copyright and title was just called Poke Monday. Strange, I thought, but I pressed on thinking that this was a hack of gold. When I started my game, I saw that I had 10 Poke Balls in my backpack, which was unusual, but I ignored it and went to get my Poke Monday. When I got my Poke Monday, a total, I went to check him out, but I saw that I had another Poke Monday on my team. But it was one who I read about on the internet. One who I saw in the Creepypasta. It was Ghost. Yes, it was Ghost from PCV. I almost dropped the Game Boy when I saw this. I was in shock and awe when I knew that this was not only a hack of gold, but this must have been some Poke Monday fan's idea of a sequel to PCV. I thought, why not? Maybe something's different with this version of Ghost. When I found a wild burial, I chose Ghost to fight it. Just like in PCV, Ghost had only one move, Curse. Since Curse was in this game, I thought Ghost would have his special curse from PCV. When I selected it, the screen cut to black and Mariel's cry was distorted and slowed down. When the screen came back, Mariel was gone, indicating it died. I knew this would be basically like PCV, but after using Curse, Ghost got 100 XP and leveled up to a level 2. I thought, came to me and I figured that if Ghost could level up, that meant that Ghost probably had an evolved form or two. So throughout the game, I used Curse on all the Poke Monday I could find to level up Ghost. It was up until level 16 that the Poke Monday evolution screen came up. The text in the box said, "Hold on, Ghost is evolving." It took a while until the box said, "Ghost evolved into Phantom." I couldn't believe it. Ghost evolved into something else. It was called Phantom and it was very different from Ghost. Instead of it being a taller and skinnier version of Ghost, Phantom had a cloak over him like the Grim Reaper, long arms and huge claws, and he had red eyes. I figured that Phantom might be a much stronger version of Ghost. So I went to find a wild Poke Monday to test Phantom out. I found a wild Bulbasaur while I was walking through Kanto. I saw that Phantom not only had Curse, but a move called Devour. I wonder what this move did, so I selected it. A small animation came up showing Phantom grabbing Bulbasaur and Phantom started to gorge on it and began eating it. I was speechless and I just looked at this for 2 minutes before the battle screen came back and said that Phantom went up to a level 17. I started to not feel well, but I pressed on hoping that was a sick joke by the creator. I started using my other Pokemon, but I began to have an urge to use Phantom and see if he had an evolved form. So I began, and regretted it, to use Phantom and used Curse and Devour on any Pokemon I could find. When Phantom leveled up to level 31, the evolution screen came back up now saying hold on, Phantom is evolving. I awaited what being Phantom would evolve to. After 2 minutes, the text in the box said Phantom evolved into Spirit. Spirit had red eyes like Phantom and was all dark like Ghost. He had Phantom's cloak but without the hood. He had razor-sharp teeth, covered in blood. Yes, that's right, blood. In fact, his whole body was covered in blood, his hands were covered in wet blood and his cloak was covered in dry blood with weird symbols on it. He also had spines growing out of his back. Spirit had 3 moves, Curse, Devour, and a new move called Decapitate. I found a wild Pichu and used Decapitate. The screen cut to black and slashing noises were heard and Pichu's cry was all distorted and the pitch was lowered. When the battle screen came back, I almost threw up chunks when I saw a bunch of guts and organs of what used to be Pichu. I continued to use Spirit up until the climatic battle with Red. After cursing, devouring, and decapitating all of his Pokemon, Red came back, but said, "You will be sorry." The screen cut to black and a box came up saying many years after it showed my character on top of Mount Sliver, but he was an old man, similar to what happened to Red in PCV. My movement was slow and everywhere I went, there were tombstones all over the Johto and Kanto regions. There was also blood everywhere and remains of trainers and Pokemon. When I reached my town my character lived in, all of the windows and doors were boarded up but my character's house. I went inside and the place was even bloodier and I found the character's mom cut in half. She said to me before dying, "Run. Go." I soon went back to the spot where I started the game and the screen cut to black. It then showed all the Pokemon and trainers I either cursed, devoured, or decapitated. Another black screen came up. I was then sent to the ruins of Alph, where the unknown radio music played in the background. I kept walking down the hallway when I saw Red. He said this, "You've done it now, Jack." How the game knew my name was a mystery. I was then sent to the battle screen. I was the old man Sprite from Red and Blue and Red sent out Ghost, Phantom, and Spirit. I would have been shocked that the creator of this hack did a triple battle before Black and White were released. But I didn't care, I just wanted this game to end. I checked my inventory and saw the unthinkable. I had no items. All my Pokemon were gone. If I tried to run I couldn't. All I could do was fight. My character could only use struggle, and if he did, he would just hit by recoil. When it was Ghost, Phantom, and Spirit's turns they would say. When I was on my last of my health, I looked at my Pokemon and saw what I thought would be my salvation. Remember those 10 Pokeballs I had earlier? Well, somehow, they had the first 10 Pokemon I cursed with Ghost. Thinking that they will save me, I tried to select Mariel. However, it said she was dead. That was odd, because she has full health. I tried the others but no dice. I knew this was the game's sick way of tricking me. I went back to the battle screen and selected Struggle. Then it said these lines of text. Ghost used Curse. Phantom used Devour. Spirit used Decapitate. The screen cut to black one last time. I tried pressing every button combination but nothing happened. I was stuck on this black screen. After turning off and on the Game Boy, the only option was New Game. The game erased my file. I tried different combos like not evolving Ghost or Phantom, which in turn would only lead to only battling Ghost alone or both Ghost and Phantom. I never knew someone this sadistic would ever make a game like this. But this brings up a new question. The original PCB asked the question, what happens when Pokemon die? But this game that I am now calling Pokemon Day Dude Black asks a question: what happens when you evolve Death? The results would be catastrophic. But there is one more thing I must say before I return to the life once, and before Pokemon Day Dude Black was in my hands. What would happen if I didn't use Ghost at all? Would I get a good ending, or would I get a bad ending, or would I get the same results as before? I need to find out. Somehow, someway. I need to find out.